You've worked hard, you're smart, you make good decisions in most areas of your life. But somehow, when it comes to money, marketing, or growing your business, you keep making the same mistakes over and over again. And the worst part, you don't even realize that you're doing it. There's an invisible force that's controlling your choices right now, and it's costing you your customers, money, and opportunities every single day. In this video, I'm going to show you the hidden psychology that controls how people think, buy, and act, and that includes you. Once you understand these simple psychological triggers, you'll start seeing them everywhere. And more importantly, you'll be able to use them ethically to connect with your audience, to grow your business, and to stop falling for the tricks that other people use on you. By the end of this video, you'll have 3 simple psychological principles that you can use today. And so the first one is this: the reason people buy things that they don't even need. You will see a man buy a $4 cup of coffee when there's a $1 cup of coffee sitting right next to it. And here's why. Let's talk about something called anchoring. And I know that sounds like a big fancy word, but really it just means something so simple. What anchoring means is when someone sees a price, their brain doesn't know if it's good or bad. If they just see one price, they don't know if it's good or bad without any other context, right? So without knowing what that cost, like if they have no idea what something costs, they're new to this idea, they're new to this product. When they see the price, they don't know if it's good or bad. Now, it may be expensive or according to their own bank account, but generally, if they don't know how much these things cost, they don't know if that's good or bad, right? And they probably can't afford it if it's out of their pay range. But then again, they still don't know if that's the cost of that thing, if it's good or bad. They don't know. And so their brain looks for something to compare it to. And think about it like this. If I asked you, is $50 a lot of money for shoes? You may or may not say, like you may say no, you may say yes. It just depends on what you've paid for shoes in the past. But if I told you, okay, these $50 shoes, these are usually $200. And today you can get them for $50. Now that changes everything. Now that feels like a great deal. You see, the price didn't change. Only what you compared it to changed. And stores do this all the time. They show you the old price crossed out, and right next to it is the new price. And your brain sees the big number first, and it thinks, wow, I'm really saving money. Even if that price is still high, you're going to think that you're saving money. And so the lesson here is, it's really simple. People don't decide if something is expensive or cheap based on the actual number. They decide based on what they compare it to. And so when you're selling something, always give people something to compare it to. Show them the value first and then show them the price. My second point, why people wait until the last minute and how that helps you. It actually helps you that people wait until the last minute. You've felt this before. You didn't care about something until someone said that you couldn't have it anymore. Until they said you couldn't have it anymore, like you didn't care about it. But when they said, oh, you can't get this anymore, then like you start thinking about it, right? And so this is what we call scarcity. Scarcity. And scarcity is one of the most powerful feelings in the world. And here's how it works. When something is always available, our brain does not feel the need to act now because it's always there. We'll do it later, right? We can get to that later because it's going to always be there. But the moment that we feel that something might go away or it's in limited supply, everything changes. And think about a sale that's today only. If that sale is today only, like you can't get it tomorrow. You can't get it this sale tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a different price. Next week is going to be a different price. Or if you see a sign that says only 2 left in stock, that means there's only 2 left. There's not 3, there's not 4, not 5, not 10. There's only 2 left. And so what does that show you? it's going away soon. And so your brain kind of locks in on that, knowing that this is about to go away. And so suddenly your brain switches into a different mode, right? It's not asking, do I want this anymore? It's asking, well, what if I miss out? What if I don't get this now? What will happen if I just miss out? What if I want it later and I got a chance to get it today? And so that feeling that I'm talking about, that's called FOMO, the fear of missing out. And people get FOMO. And it's not because they're weak or they're silly. No, it's because our brains are wired to pay attention to things that might disappear. You know, long ago, it was a food scarce, right? Our ancestors had to act fast or starve, right? And so the same thing, that same wiring is still in our brains today. Even though we're not hunting for food anymore, it's still the same. And so the lesson is this. When you give people all the time in the world, they do nothing with it because they think they have so much time. But when you give people a real deadline, a real limit, that's when they take action. And so the key word is real here. It's real. Don't fake it. If you fake it, people will catch on. People will catch on, and then you lose trust with them, right? And so don't ever fake it. Use real scarcity. All right. The third and final thing that I want to talk about is the reason people care so much about what others think. If 100 people are doing something, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. If 100 people are doing something, the same thing, your brain assumes that it must be the right thing to do. If so many people are doing it, your brain automatically assumes this must be the right thing to do, even if it's not the right thing to do. And so this is what we call social proof. And this might be one of the most powerful tactics of all, social proof. Imagine that you're walking down the street and you see a long line of people lined up outside of a restaurant. You don't know anything about that restaurant. You've never eaten there before. You never heard about it. You don't know anything about this restaurant. But you see this long line going down the block of people lined up to get in this restaurant. And when you see that, what does that make you think? I know it makes me think that place must be good. That food must be good. It's something about, like, they're doing something right in there. And so when that happens, you think the food must be good. It must be a nice place. It must have a nice atmosphere. Like they have something going on in there, and it's good. That's what you think. And so this is why reviews matter so much. This is why testimonials work. This is why people buy what's trending or what's popular. And it's not because people can't think for themselves, but it's because deep down inside, human beings, we're such social creatures. And we feel safer when we do what the group is doing, even if it's bad, even if it's a wrong thing to do, we feel safe when doing what the group does. And so going away from the group, that it feels risky. It feels risky to go away from the group. Now, I really think that you should go away from the group, and a lot of things that the group don't do what everybody does. And yes, it feels risky, but you have to step into that risk. But what we're talking about here today is this is how people think. This is how people think. And so if you have a good product, you have to make them feel that they're being risky by not buying from you. You have to give them that feeling. If you have something good to sell them, make them feel that you're making a risky decision if you decide not to buy, right? And so, because here's the lesson. The lesson is this. When people see that other people trust you, like you, buy from you, it removes all the fear. And it makes their decision to buy from you, it makes their decision feel safe. And so if you have happy customers, show them. If you got reviews and testimonials, show them. If you haven't if you don't have any reviews or testimonials, do something to start collecting those things. Because if people are saying good things about you, you need to start sharing it. Start sharing it. And when you start sharing it, you're helping people to feel safe enough to say yes to you. And so here's what we covered in this video. People compare prices to decide if something feels expensive or cheap. They compare the prices. Like this is, what is this compared to? And that's how they make their determination on whether it's expensive or cheap or whether they can afford it, right? The next thing is people take action when something feels limited, not when it's always available. If something is always available, people don't care. But if something feels limited, they take action. And last but not least, people feel safer making decisions when they see other people making that same decision. And so these are not tricks. These are not trying to manipulate anybody. That's just how the human brain works. And so once you understand this, you can use it the right way. You can use it to build trust. You can use it to create urgency. You can use this to grow your business with confidence. And so if this video helped you understand something new, do me a favor. Hit that like button because it helps the video reach more business owners just like you. And if you want more simple lessons just like this one, make sure that you're subscribed because I'm dropping new videos every week to help you win in your business and in your life. That's all I got for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.